Now, one of the interesting aspects of this shift to ubiquitous learning is something that I will call transparency. So the teacher used to walk around the room and look over students' shoulders and see the work that they were doing, and if it didn't appear to be adequate or there wasn't enough of it, they'd give them feedback. But that was something that happened in the classroom. Outside of the classroom, until the piece of work got handed in or until the test was done, the teacher didn't really know where the student was up to. But in these cloud-based environments, it's possible to access everything the student's doing at any one moment. It's possible to just click on an icon and see the last keystroke that they typed, see the work that they're doing. But also, it's possible to build data analytics on top of this. How many words are they writing? What are the language levels of the words? What are the peer reviews that are coming in? A whole series of review-based data points that are coming through, and so on. So there's a degree of visibility and transparency which in a limited way happened in traditional classrooms. Now it's actually unlimited. There's an extraordinary visibility and transparency of student work anytime, any place. Again, those two kinds of confinement have gone. I've been in classrooms where teachers are working in this environment, and I've heard funny comments like, you won't be able to say that you've lost your work anymore because it's in this cloud environment. The classic thing is the dog ate my homework, or I left the piece of paper at home, or I left my work at home. Well, the thing about these environments is they're there all the time, and the other side of transparency is what I would call surveillance, which is, look, the teacher is in a relationship of duty of care. They want to make sure that all the students are actually learning, and they have a responsibility to make sure all the students are learning. And because everything's more visible, they, as the responsible person in that environment, as the person in control of that environment, is able to see more of what's going on, and therefore they're in a more powerful position of surveillance. So, as I say, one cute comment I like is, you won't be able to say you left your sheet at home. Another comment which I chuckled at is, we have a very lovely traditional teacher who's got into one of these ubiquitous learning environments, and he sits up the front of the room and he's got his computer and he can see what everyone's doing. You just click into this student, click into that student, do data analytics, and the kids in the class, who have a very lovely rapport with him, they say, "Mr. Smith," I'll say, "Mr. Smith," they say, "You're doing academic stalking," and they call him the academic stalker. So, and he's rather bemused about being the academic stalker. So, they know that they can see everything, that he can see everything that they're doing, and in a way, it's his responsibility to be in that position and to take that position seriously. So these are some of the dimensions of what we would call ubiquitous learning. Again, to sum up, it's something that we have always wanted to do, or it has aspects of it of things we've always wanted to do in education. They were logistically difficult. So it's not, in a sense, an idea led by technology. It's a set of learning practices which are opened up and made possible by technology, but based on some old ideas about, the ideal of continuous learning, lifelong learning, learning that extends beyond the boundaries of the classroom and the cells of the timetable.